Bengals are in the Super Bowl. My thoughts, opinions, and my final score prediction for Super Bowl 56. Okay, Bengals are in the Super Bowl, and honestly, I didn't expect it. Honestly, no one expected it. There was 3 guys in the woods that I heard maybe have expected it, but really no one did. If a person in the woods tells you the Bengals win a Super Bowl, did it really make a noise? Anyway, the Bengals and the Rams are going against each other, and me as a Bengals fan is really excited about this game, and me as a football fan is pretty happy with this matchup. We didn't really see in this game. You don't really see a villain in this game. It's not like you have a Tom Brady type person which a lot of people would root against or for, depending on your fandom or whatever. So this game will be fun to watch, and I want to talk about it. First off, I want to talk about the Bengals offense, and then we'll go to Rams offense, and then go to defense. Bengals offense, really good. Joe really, he didn't get any MVP votes, which is weird. I think he's been easily one of the most valuable players in the NFL. And, it's the most valuable player. It's not the best player. So they really need to change what MVP means. Next off, you got the wide receiver tandem, wide receiver group. Chase, Pro Bowl, what can I say? Really good. Catch after run. Super good. Higgins, really good. Has a lot of possession catches, which he's able to go out and make the flash catches. Tyler Boyd, one of the underrated wide receivers in the league. He could be number 1 or number 2 on many teams in the NFL, and he's basically on the Bengals as the third guy, which he's been on the Bengals for a while, and he was used to being a second guy when Adrian Green was healthy, and a first guy when Adrian Green was hurt, which was often. Running back, you have Joe Mixon and Pirine. Joe Mixon, Pro Bowl, really good. I think he had the 3rd most rushing yards in the NFL this season. So, really good. Hasn't had a lot of rushing yards recently, but I think that's more because of Bengals' game plan. Putting the ball in the hands of Burrow, which you really can't go wrong with that. So Mixon really good. Pirine, pretty good backup. Has made some plays, although he messed up on a play against the Titans, which caused a turnover. Hopefully that doesn't happen in this game. So, Bengals offensive line is terrible. And this one of the keys that a lot of people are looking at to the game. Bengals offense versus Rams defense. And I'll talk about here in a little bit, but they're bad. Burrow has been sacked the most times in the NFL this season. So, now let's look at the Rams offense. Rams offense is really good too. Matthew Stafford has really showed that he is better than what better, and probably didn't deserve to be on the Detroit Lions. He probably deserved to be on a better team where he probably could have competed for more games like these. You look at Cooper Kupp, best receiver in the NFL. I'm a Bengals fan, and I can say Cooper Kupp is the best receiver in the NFL. OBJ really showed that the Browns messed up in their decision making, which Browns have a history of that. But OBJ, ever since he's been on the Rams, has been really good. So look at Rams offensive line, better than what the Bengals have, and so I'll say that Rams have a good offensive line, which it's a low bar for me to say, just because I've been so used to the Bengals giving up at least 40,000 sacks a game versus the opponent team. So, yeah. Next, let's go to the Bengals defense, and really this is where Bengals have really built their team during the off season, between last season and this season. They've gotten a lot of guys through the draft the past few years, and also through free agency. Sam Hubbard, Hendrickson, DJ Reader, on that defensive line, Pratt and Wilson as linebackers, Aruzier, Hilton, and even Eli Apple, who really has been a lot better this season than other seasons had in the NFL. You look at Jesse Bates, who really should get a contract, should really get re-signed to the Bengals. And then Von Bell, really good. Bengals defense has been really good recently. Last passing attempt for every quarterback in the postseason so far for the Bengals has been an interception. So Bengals defense has came up clutch in the biggest moments to allow Bengals to win in the final seconds. So Bengals defense could be important in this game if they can slow down the Rams offense, which is going to be pretty hard with the best wide receiver, Cooper Kupp, and OBJ. So, but if they get after Stafford, who has the most interceptions in the NFL, which Bengals are pretty good at picking off the ball, it could be important to this game if Bengals are able to steal a couple of possessions, even a single possession, to cause a switch in the game. So, finally, let's talk about the Rams defense, and this is where a lot of people say that the Rams will be making their money as far as the Super Bowl win. You look at Aaron Donald, best defensive lineman possibly ever. Definitely in the current era, he's the best defensive lineman. You look at Von Miller, who has already had a Super Bowl MVP. A lot of people say that he has an opportunity to have it another game like that. I'm not sure if he will, but we'll see, especially with Bengals' bad offensive line. It's totally possible that either Aaron Donald or Von Miller could take over the game and cause the Bengals to lose and the Rams to win, and then get Super Bowl MVP. Although I doubt that will happen. I think it'll be either Stafford or someone like Cooper Kupp, who has had kind of a history of being that good this season. So, and obviously, Super Bowl MVP is more of a quarterback thing first, and then the guys that take over the game. So, and I don't think defense will be as big in this game as some of the other games this postseason. So, you look at Draenon Ramsey for the Rams. He will either be covering Chase or Higgins, and then the other receiver would be double covered, which means Tyler Boyd, CJ Uzama, and Joe Mixon will have to find a way to get it open. And maybe Jamar Chase or Higgins does get open, although it'll be very hard to do so. But Rams defense is pretty good, except for the linebacker position. I feel that they're a little bit weak there, so I could see either Boyd, CJ Uzama, or Joe Mixon use the middle of the field to use linebackers and get some free yards down the middle. So, finally, you look at special teams for both teams. I think Bengals have it. McPherson is just so good. He might be the next great kicker in the NFL. We haven't seen him kick a 60-yarder yet, but I think he can do it. He's kicked a 58, and that thing was over the goalpost by at least a few yards, which means I think he could easily kick a 60-yarder if he had to. So, Bengals are really good at special teams. And so, look at this Bengals offense versus Rams defense, and Rams offense versus Bengals defense, and you see all these matchups, and then you look at special teams, and I think Bengals have an advantage there. So, let's talk about the final thoughts and opinions. Well, it came down to this final game, and I'm going for the upset. I think Bengals will win. I think Joe Burrow, after this game, he'll get Super Bowl MVP, and I think he will show himself as the best Bengals quarterback to play the game. And I think it will show that Bengals can win. And they can put together a team that's really good. So, I had the Bengals winning 31-28. And I think it will be a big game for someone like McPherson. I think he'll win, kick the game winner. And I think it will show how important he was to the team. He's been 12 for 12 in the playoffs, which is important because you look at that, 12 for 12, man, that's what, 36 points in the NFL with field goal kicks, and that's not even counting extra points. So he's probably 40 points in these playoffs, which is crazy. He's only a few field goal kicks off Adam Vinatieri's postseason record. But I think Bengals win 31-28. Maybe Bengals are good at first, and maybe the defense isn't as good at first. But again, I think it's going to be kind of similar to the Chiefs, where they make adjustments and they are able to slow down the Rams' offense. Maybe not as drastic as what they did against the Chiefs, but I think it's certainly a possibility. So, Bengals win 31-28, and Houday, I will be back after the Super Bowl, either Monday or Tuesday, hopefully, and I'll be talking about the game, and then hopefully within a week or two, I will be posting up the full look back on the Bengals season and on what the Bengals can do this off season. So, we will see you guys all later, and like, comment, subscribe, give your opinions on this down below, and we will see you guys next time.